Bloomies are forever.
Happy Monday morning, everyone. I'm Melissa and welcome to another shipping video. I am a part-time eBay seller and I sell through YouTube, and what that means is people contact me with emails saying I'd like an item you have in your haul video, and I send them an invoice through PayPal. So today we are printing some eBay labels and some labels through PayPal that people have chosen to purchase through YouTube. Awesome, right? So we'll be using my Dymo label maker and my regular printer, and I'm going to show you how I do that. These videos are meant to be a very slow moving video with zero jump scares, nor will there be any ads at the beginning or at the end of the video. And what that means is if you fall asleep, and I hope you do, I hope you get some rest, that nothing will wake you up, hopefully. Hopefully you'll just sleep soundly. I am truly not offended. I watch people put together puzzles. No judgment. So today we have such a fun, vast amount of items that were sent to me through subscribers, and I will show you what we have to wrap up packages. Shipping for me used to be, I hated shipping. It seemed like the worst task. Everybody loves shopping. I don't love shopping. I love listing. It feels good to get the item and like put it in a bin afterward and get it kind of packed away and all organized. I don't like when things aren't organized, if you know me. So yeah, shipping used to be not so much fun, and now I love it. I love it so much. We have a whole bunch of typewriter ribbon, and we have so much ribbon. It's so fun here. I save every piece of ribbon. You're gonna think I'm crazy. I mean, maybe not like really tiny pieces, but if you've wrapped up ribbon around something and sent it to me, I have it, as long as I can reuse it. We also have cards. We have tiny little cards. We have thank you mint green cards, and we have a whole bunch of just prints. If you've sent me something that you don't see here, I will use it in the future. There's also stickers, some Nemo stickers, some gardening stickers. I picked out ones that were kind of still a little summery, end of summer. We have washi tape galore. We have baby little clothespins. Look at those tiny clothespins. I have eBay shipping tape in the newer print, in aqua, of course. And I have a huge amount of raffia. I have turquoise raffia, I have yellow raffia, I even have red raffia coming up, which I am not a red person, but I have leopard print bags, and I thought it would be so fun to put red around leopard print. These are the little paper bags. Love this. I have two new prints of tissue paper, so that's what we're going to be using. I adore Jilson Roberts tissue paper, and don't feel like you have to wrap your item with costly tissue paper. Don't think that. Please don't think that. When I receive something, and I buy a lot through eBay, I still do, and of course Amazon, I never think like, oh, this item isn't wrapped with a ribbon. I don't think that. So don't think that. In fact, you can use a lot of junk mail, like if you just cut up or even tear pieces of junk mail to make a thank you card, or even a thank you just little piece of paper. You can get things really cheap. Even curling ribbon goes a long way, and it's fairly inexpensive. But again, don't feel like you have to do that. So this is Jilson Roberts. It is pricey. It's such nice quality. It's the nicest quality tissue paper, and I've used a good many brands of tissue paper over my 18 years of selling. My husband started our account in 1999, and I think I started in 2001, and I kind of took over his account. So here are the two new prints. We have pineapples, and it has a metallic silver background, just little peaks of silver that are metallic. And we have sprinkles. And the lighter colored sprinkle is also a silver metallic. Catches the light. Dilson Roberts is my favorite brand of tissue paper. They have so many good ones. And they have 240 pieces of tissue paper on Amazon. If you look for their closeout tissue paper, and I'll have links below. It's the Amazon referral link. If you click into it, you'll see all the tissue papers for $35, which is still, I mean, if you cannot use tissue paper, of course, that's gonna be less costly. But let's bring up a calculator. So for $35, you get 240 pieces of tissue paper, and that comes out to, thanks to the calculator, 14.58 cents. So that's not bad, 14.5 cents for such a nice piece of tissue. And if you're able to cut it, if you sell smaller items, then it makes it half that price. But again, don't feel like you're not worthy if you can't afford it. And speaking of something like that, good segue me, I have business cards. I just have Vistaprint print these. I think I have 1,000 of them for about $40 to $50. I've changed them a little bit over the years. I have glossy ones and I have matte ones. I'm gonna go back to the glossy ones, but the matte ones are really pretty too. You are welcome to say my quote with me. It is, "You are enough. You are so enough. It is unbelievable how enough you are." Here is the first item I sold. It is LOLE, a woman's top in a size large. Found this at the bins, feels new, but I always advertise things that feel new as pre-owned unless they have tags, especially because I find them at thrift shops. So this sold for $14.99 and it's going first class mail to Joshua in Pennsylvania. The shipping I charged is $4.99 as it is very lightweight. I put everything, or I try to put everything, in clear plastic bags. I still have a ton of these, and then maybe I'll go biodegradable after I finish up a few more, like a few thousand more. Might have to change out of this sweater. It's very baggy, has like major holes in it. I still love it. Okay, so let's go all out. Let's just make the first package as pretty as I can make it. And we are going to use fancy ribbon. This is ribbon I would probably never buy for myself retail, but somebody sent it to me. It is the perfect shade of aqua, and it's pleated and stitched. And it has really faint white polka dots. Oh my goodness, who thinks of this stuff? I don't want to use too much because I want to save it. So let me measure out here. This is so good. Mary's scissors. One of my subscribers named Mary sent me some really nice scissors. In aqua, of course. You know I love that color. I still do. I still love it. We had a bright turquoise kitchen back in Pennsylvania, and we probably painted that, I don't know, late 2000s, like 2008 or 2009. So I've loved it just for a long time now. Okay. So what are we going to put on this? Do we want to go for a thank you card? Oh, I think we're going to go for the pink polka dot. I think that's going to be so good. So I never write out my cards, and that way it's a little gift that somebody else can use and pass along. I like that better because then it's not just like throw away. And a business card. Slip that under there. Okay, here's the finished package. How fun that looks. And because this is so lightweight, we are going to put it in a poly mailer. We're going to use the bunny print. Anything under 16 ounces can be shipped first class mail. And anything over 16 ounces has to go priority mail. If you remember nothing more than that one statement, under 16 ounces, first class mail here in the US, over 16 ounces or 16 ounces and over, 16 ounces and over is priority mail. Let's give this away. 8.3, so I round up to 9 ounces. And this is going to Western Pennsylvania, which is where my husband is from, and I lived with him for 13 years after we were married. My cost is $3.96, and again I charge the buyer a flat rate of $4.99. Purchase and print label. Let's print and change it to my Dymo 450 Turbo, which works with eBay but won't work for any other platform. But it's still working for eBay. Thank you so much, Joshua. First package finished. So when you list on eBay, and I'll go to the next item as I'm speaking, you can list basically 3 ways when it gets to shipping. You can charge free shipping, which means you absorb all of the cost and you're taking that out of your purchase price. So if you sell that top for $14.99 and the shipping costs $4, they're going to deduct that for the $14.99. It's not really free, but you're passing the free along onto your buyer. I rarely do free shipping. I've dabbled with it back and forth to see if it makes any difference. Supposedly, according to eBay, I don't know if this is the case, it didn't seem like it in my case, but according to eBay, if you have free shipping, it bumps your listing. So if there's 40 pairs of Ann Taylor black pants in a size 6, yours might be toward the top if it has free shipping. I didn't see a big difference. In fact, my sales went up when I didn't charge free shipping. I don't know why that was, if it was a fluke, but I went back and forth and thought about it. Some things occasionally I use free shipping. It just doesn't seem, for me personally, like it works out all that well. But again, I'm making the same regardless. The next way, which I do, is flat shipping. So that's where you can use just a flat number, like a $4.99 or a $5.50 or a $10. You can charge your buyer anything. I want to charge $20 for that top to ship. I can do that. Your buyer might not appreciate that, but you can do it. You just pick a flat rate. So for first class items, 16 ounces and under, I usually charge $4.99, $5.49. I pick something in that range, and no, my cost might be slightly lower, slightly higher, mostly slightly lower. And then if it's priority mail with a flat, I'm just giving eBay a flat number for all buyers across the domestic 50 states and Puerto Rico, that I charge $7.99, $8.49. The third option is where you're doing calculated shipping. Calculated shipping is where you tell eBay what something weighs, and then they tell the buyer based on the buyer's zip code. So let's say that top weighs 9 ounces. I can put 12 ounces in there if I want and make a little extra money, or I could put 9 ounces and the package size. So I use 12 by 12 by 2 for anything poly mailer size. If it's a big box, I'm gonna put exact measurements, but everything else I use 12 by 12 by 2, which works perfectly. So that's when I tell eBay 9 ounces, and if somebody from Hawaii purchases it, their price might be slightly higher than if somebody next door purchases it. This works really well for heavy items. I really like calculated shipping if something is over 2 pounds, because 3 pounds, 4 pounds, 5 pounds, you get it, across the country is going to weigh a lot more and be charged a lot more than if it is really next door, where it might be $6, $7 priority mail. But first class mail for the most part is at least $5.50 and under. So I know that, I know all of the things, and I choose to use flat rate, but you can use free shipping, flat rate, or calculated. We're gonna get going here. The next item is a what is this called? I keep saying it wrong. The next item is a latch hook kit. Let me get it for you. The next item I sold, we found at the bins, my husband and I, and it is a latch hook kit. Latch hook kits have done pretty well. I sold the Disney one for $30-ish, and this one is a tiger. I pulled it out of the box. I always tell people I check everything in here. There's usually a little list of what's in here, and this one was partially finished. So somebody has a jump start, a head start. And yeah, so I sold it for $9.99, which isn't bad for this. I mean, for something that was started, and the bins charged, it's $1.59, let's say, a pound. This weighs about half a pound, so the bins charged me $1.59 a pound, probably, unless we got over 25 pounds. So the cost, my cost was about 75-80 cents on this, and I received $9.99 plus $4.99 shipping. And this is headed to Manuela in Nevada. I have been to this exact city in Nevada. Okay, let's get some ribbon. Let's do some pale blue. I have a nice long piece. So this person is obviously crafty, and they're pretty hot up in Nevada. What are we gonna give them? Should we make a hair tie for this person? I think we will. So I purchased my elastic on Amazon, link below of course, and this is the cheaper way of making package toppers because people are charging quite a bit for these elastics. And even if they don't wear their hair up, if they have short hair or no hair, you can use these. I've used these to tie off cables to get them off the way, like my phone cable if I just need to tie it somewhere. These work for all sorts of situations, not just hair. So we are going to light this. I am perfectly safe. I'm going to hold it away from my face, but I do light the ends of these hair ties. And what it does is it melts the spandex, and that way it won't fray. You don't have to do that, just makes it a little nicer. And did we find these at the bins? We might have found those at the bins. That's funny. It's remarkable what you can find at the bins. If you're looking for something, you're not going to find it, but if you're just like, whatever I need in the future, I'll just get from the bins. Bet you find it. Okay, so there's the business card with the hair tie. I'm going to slip it in here. And then we're going to put the entire thing in a plastic bag. This one is 12 by 15. And the other one was 10 by 13. I have both sizes. Let's see. Oh, that was made for it. That was a close call, but perfect. And then I'm going to slip this into a bigger poly mailer, which is also 12 by 15. Do you get that I like aqua? Like, love it. There's a woman on YouTube and in real life that wears all green, and her house is all green, and she's really just made that a career, I think, at this point, that people take photos with her, and it's a whole thing. And I'm like, I'm gonna turn into that woman, except I'm pretty excited about it. You have to admire people that have a passion about things. Love it. So let's give this away. You want to make sure it's not touching the, I was going to say the floor, the desk. So this is 10.4 ounces, so we round up to 11. Not 11 pounds. That would make it a lot of money. And update. And it is $4.33, and they paid $4.99 for shipping. Purchase and print. So I think later today, if it stays sunny, we might head to the pool if I'm feeling well enough. We shall see. And print and print. And close. Thank you so much, Manuela. And ship my next item. There's a little link on the right-hand side that just says ship your next item. Okay. Next, let's do some golf frisbees. So what happens is when I have the thought to do a shipping video and I have a few items sell and I'm like, oh, I should send offers because then it'll fill out the shipping video. It's not just me shipping 4 items, it's me shipping 20 items. Of course, that's going to be better, right? Especially with the purpose of these videos. They're meant to be long and have on in the background or just be relaxing in general, which I love. I'm adding value to somebody's life. If it's putting them to sleep, best thing ever, right? Why wouldn't you want something to put you to sleep? I am there. I watch people put together puzzles with no music. And so I thought this person would just enjoy a really low offer. I sent them an offer for $3 plus shipping because it's heavy. So they're going to be about $8 to ship. So they said yes. So Chris in Minnesota purchased these frisbees. They do have, I would say, fairly heavy damage. Some dog bites on both sides. I don't know if it affects anything, but we picked these up and I've done well with them in the past. And if you look them up, some of them do well, but I should have figured. It's no big deal. It's all for the good of a shipping video. So let's slip them into plastic. And let's use some sprinkled tissue paper. Okay, so Chris is with a K, and I don't think I have any Ks, so let's use, what is purple? Will that match? Let's go with purple. It's like a sheer chiffon organza. I don't know. I'm sure those are 2 different things. This tissue paper would be awesome for somebody's birthday. Good. And what are we going to give them? Let's give them a thank you card, but let's go with these purple ones. They have, are they true hollow? They are true hollow. All the colors of the rainbow. And a business card. Yeah, let's go that way with it. There we go. And because these weigh at least a pound, let's give them a weigh. Oh, these weigh 14 ounces. So if I had planned that better, I could have shipped them first class mail, but since I charge the person priority mail, I have to send it priority mail, which is a good lesson to be learned. Fold this over. Here we go. And so this is a flat rate padded envelope. You can only find these on the USPS website. They don't have them in the stores. I don't know why. They're awesome. And anything that fits in here is $7.33. So I don't even have to weigh this. This could weigh 50 pounds and it's going to be the same cost as 1 pound because it's a flat rate, which is really nice. So I'm going to go ahead and choose padded mailer. eBay recently changed their shipping, and so at the top hand, like right side, I would say, there's custom size and carrier packaging. I wish they would have just put all of the options on one page. There's to toggle back and forth between the two seems a little silly, but this one is under carrier packaging. It is the fourth one down. It is padded flat rate envelope. So you have to match if it's a flat rate and it says flat rate on it, which this does. They make flat rate boxes, they make flat rate envelopes. I even have a cardboard, which is flat rate, and I got from the post office. So if it says flat rate, you have to ship it flat rate. If it says regional, you have to ship it regional. You have to kind of match it. But if you're shipping it something like this, or just something that doesn't have flat rate or regional on it, you can ship it any way you want. And open label, and print, and print. Thank you so much, Chris. Okay, ship next item. Easy peasy. You can do this. The next item are a pair of shoes. These shoes are the very last pair to sell from a Thread Up box. And I opened those boxes maybe a year ago. They're in really nice shape. Somebody said I had my prices way too low, which I do lower my prices so things sell quickly and to charge a lot more for these. And so I put them anywhere from like $15 to $20, and then I dropped them to $9.99, which is where they sold for. I figured they might not bring that much, but they're inclined. They're fairly nice little peep toe flats, little ballet flats. So $9.99, they're sent to Kelly in Texas for $5.50. This is just how I store the shoes. So really expensive shoes or any kind of delicate items on shoes, I would send in a box. But because these are truly just ballet flats, athletic shoes, ballet flats, that kind of thing, you can send them in a poly mailer, which is what I'm going to do as long as it's under a pound. Oh, we'll be fine. Just nothing heavy. So tissue paper will be fine. So these will be first class mail, and so I charged Kelly $5.50. And Nellie starts with an N. We don't have any N. We have so many of these. Misty sent them. So many letters, and of course the first three don't have them. So let's give her, has to be lightweight, so let's go with a little card. These were handmade. They're little scrapbooking cards. And they have a little flower on the envelope, so cute. And it says handmade cards for kind people. So sweet. And we need to pick a, oh, let's go with the light pink. Love this light pink ribbon. Where'd my scissors go? Does anybody else repeat that phrase a lot? Or sometimes I'm like, where'd my scissors go? Do the hand motion. There we go. So pretty. Oh, I put it upside down. Let's flip this. Turning, turning. Oh, I probably didn't need to turn the whole card, just the business card. That's okay. There we are. And put it in a, will it fit in a pizza poly mailer? Pizza poly mailers. I must have signed up for the Pizza Hut email. I can't have pizza. The milk would make me so sick. I break out from everything. I had too much information here. I had a colonoscopy last week. I'm fine. They sent biopsies. We don't have the results. And you have to eat lemon jello, lime jello, something very like clear, no reds, no blues. It's this whole thing, and liquid diet. And so I don't eat any of that on a regular basis. So I drank the drink for the colonoscopy. I thought it was going to be horrible. It was really okay. I mean, I'm sure that says a lot about what I don't eat, that I'm like, oh, this is pretty good. Everybody's like, wait, you thought it was okay? It was really so much better than expected. I had horrible expectations going into it. You should have horrible expectations about everything. Maybe not, but it was so much better. So I had some lime jello and I was like, whoa, this is outstanding. And then I broke out from the sugar. Yeah. So as long as these are under 16 ounces, so 15.9, well, we shall see. Let's give it away. 13.9, we're fine. So we round up to 14. And update, $5.12, purchase and print. We went to the beach yesterday. It was beautiful. Whoever's vacationing at this time, you picked an awesome week. An awesome, awesome week. Pizza. If there's a thing, they have a poly mailer. That's almost what it is now. Okay, thank you so much, Nellie. My husband's going to take these up to the local post office when he gets back. Okay, let's do the next one. Let's do this lot. So I sold this lot overnight, which is awesome. And again, I sent a best offer. I maybe would have gotten more for it. Oh, I know this person. So I sold this lot to a good friend. Hello, Melissa. And the top I found at the bins. I thought my sister might like it, but she didn't want it. I honestly told her to pick like anything she wanted. So she has a bunch of stuff going out. So this is being sent to Connecticut. So sweet. And charge $7.99 for shipping. We're gonna fit it in a flat rate. And then the pants were sent to me by a company for a review, and I really enjoyed them. They sell for about $20 on Amazon. They're a long fit. They didn't seem like a long fit. They just seemed like a regular fit, but that's their name. So I tried to fold in. So like in and then in. So that one, when you're looking at it, you're looking at kind of like a folded edge rather. Just a preference. Doesn't matter. There we go. A folded plastic bag. Melissa and I have been friends for years. Oh, one of my other purchasers sent me a care package years ago when I had a blog. I blogged for years. And then I lost the password and we moved and I lost control of it, but it's still out there, which is pretty fun. Okay, I think she deserves the sprinkle paper. Let's do I have an M? I already asked that. Let's do oh, this is the velvet. Do I have more velvet? That. Let's use the hair tie to make a ribbon. I think that'd be fun, and she could probably reuse this. Oh, it's very stretchy. I did it again. Use the scissor motion. Somebody said I should be cutting. They were nice about it. They weren't mean. It wasn't a mean thing. But somebody said to cut my ribbon on an angle, which is a great idea. Loved that idea. Now I should have burned the ends before. So let's go up so we don't touch the paper. Okay. Flip it. And what do we want to gift her? Maybe a sheet of stickers. That'd be a fun thing. I like this. They're gardening stickers. And a gift card. and a business card. Here we are. And now because of the weight, we will put this, let's try this. I'm sure I've used this in the past, but I don't remember. This is just a flat rate envelope. So I think this is a little bit less. So I'm gonna go back to carrier packaging. Flat rate envelope is what we're looking for. It can't be the padded. Flat rate envelope. Padded. Legal. I think this is the legal. Is this the legal? Flat rate envelope. Oh, it's the top one. So this is the top one. It is the Priority Mail flat rate envelope, and that's exactly what it says. So you kind of have to match them. It's the top one under carrier packaging. It is $6.75. Oh, I have to put it in, no, I put it in plastic. Okay, we're good. I don't think that's gonna work. So we're going to put this in a flat rate padded envelope, which again is the fourth option down and is $7.33. Great option for anything 16 ounces and over. And purchase and print. Come on, eBay, we can do it. And open label, and print, and print. Like I said, the 450 Turbo, let's look it up and see the cost of it today. So the Turbo is $113, too high, Amazon, and the regular is $76. I do not see a difference between the two. My mom uses the 450, she sells way more than I do, and I have the 450 Turbo, but 76 isn't bad. You could probably find it cheaper on eBay. And again, these are only for eBay labels. Thank you, Melissa. Ship my next item. 8 more left on here. Let's do a tiny little keychain. This keychain sold to Manuela again. Oh. Oh. Okay, so I'm just realizing this keychain sold to somebody that we already shipped to, the latch hook kit. So I'm gonna weigh this together. It's gonna be cheaper to put them together. Oh, it only has like 2 ounces. I thought it was a lot heavier. So I didn't realize this person had purchased 2 items until right now, and honestly it's only because her name stuck in my head. Good thing I'm saying these aloud. So I'm going to go ahead and void the label, void this label, take off the poly mailer. I'll have to, I might be able to use some of it for another like craft project, so I'll save a little bit of it rather than throw it out. But I'm gonna void it and I'll show you how to do that, or talk you through it at least. So when you go back to my eBay page might be looking different than yours. I don't use Seller Hub. It's just something I choose not to do. And on the left-hand side, there's a column, and if you scroll down, there's shipping labels. And it'll take you to the shipping label page. You find the person, which is easy to do since I only have 4. And under more actions, there's void. Now I have to print a reason why. It doesn't matter. I can just literally say anything and send request. So I went ahead and voided it. I'll get that money back in a few days, and we are going to print, refund her a little bit, and then upload the tracking number. So there's a few steps to go. The first step is to open this. Be able to reuse this bag. We shall see. be able to reuse this. That's good. Okay, so now we have to package. Now we have to package the pewter keychain. I have these from Amazon. They're little craft bags. So let's put this little, oh my goodness, so cute. What kind of dog was this? A greyhound, an Italian greyhound. I knew what it was from watching Jenna Marbles. Just need a little piece of foam for him. Even that was probably too much. Okay, and to hold this closed, we shall break out my mermaid washi tape. I'll show it to you here in a second. Just work it right after the mermaid so they can see it's a full mermaid. There we are. Love mermaids, so beachy and fun. Tie this off with a little, will it fit? I think I have a velvet ribbon that will fit. Although I'm going to fray the edges just ever so slightly. Okay, so I cut this with a less sharp scissor so the edges would fray a little bit. And let's add this into this package. Okay, so now that we have this together, these two items, we are going to put it back in the poly mailer. Let's see if I can save it. Use a little bit of tape. I think we can. Let's pull out the eBay tape. Yep, one piece straight across will be fine, I think. There we are. I was able to salvage the bag, which is really nice. So we're going to go ahead and print this first class mail. I do need to reweigh it since now there's two items. Ooh, 12 ounces exactly. So we're good to put 12 ounces in. An update. Now she paid the original shipping cost, which I think was $4.99, and the shipping cost for the keychain, which was also $4.99. So she's paid almost $10 in shipping cost. And my cost for 12 ounces to go back to Nevada is $4.33. So I'm going to go ahead and print this label, purchase and print, and then print and print. And we then will go to PayPal, find one of her payments, and give her a partial refund, because I don't think it's fair that she's paying $10 and I'm paying basically $4.33. Okay, and print and print. Thank you, Manuela. Let's log into PayPal. I should see really quickly and just make sure she didn't order anything else. And that's kind of how you have to do it when somebody wants two items and you don't realize it. Oh, I just sold another item. That's fun. This is gonna be like a 4-hour shipping video. And I think we are good. Let's go to the second page. Yeah, looks like we're good this time. Okay, so I'm gonna log into PayPal. I'm going to use Dashlane to log into PayPal. I use Dashlane, which is a free website, I guess, a free app. I don't know. I'm sure it's both. And they control all my passwords, so I just have to hit login and the password pre-fills. It's really nice. Okay, so let's find view all. I just have to look for her first name. She probably paid this weekend. So I went ahead and found her payment. I had to look under her store name, which I didn't think to do, so figured that out. Now I'm going to scroll down. About halfway, there's an issue or refund that takes you to a secondary page. It doesn't just automatically send the refund, which is really helpful. They should just put, when you hit issue a refund, you'd think it'd do it immediately. It doesn't. You've got a second page, and I'm going to send her back $5. And that way I covered my cost of the packaging, tissue paper, and all of the things. Issue refund. And she's not paying $10 for something that cost me $4 for. Okay. Let's do the next item, which are Coach eyeglasses. Print shipping label. So I sold a decent amount of eyeglasses. These sold for $12. They were my glasses. There's a light there, but you get what they look like. I purchased these in 2011 and I had full health insurance, so I didn't pay anything for them. My company took care of health insurance, and I'm going to put them in a little case. I think that's the easiest way to ship them, and add some foam so it's padded. Let's use some of the mermaid and put that around there, easy peasy. And then let's put this, I think that's enough padding for that, as long as the plastic bag doesn't get sealed up completely. Okay. So I put that in some foam just to protect it, and we'll put it in some tissue. Okay. And let's use, I really liked that velvet ribbon. I think we're going to use that again since this is a small package. It'll go further. I don't know if 2 people sent me the velvet. Oh, there's a pin in it. Or 1 person, but I really appreciate when people send me things. That's probably not good to say. So we have it wrapped up with tissue paper, foam, and the case, and then a little velvet ribbon. Love velvet. Let's use one of these wooden You Are Enough hearts. I have these custom made in Lithuania for me. And let's use some glasses cleaners. Perfect, right? And we will put the business card. Got like all sorts of ribbon happening here. Gotta dig for my business card. There we go. And we will put this in plastic. This is one of the 10 by 13. I'm going to leave quite a bit of air in this. Oh yeah, that's plenty. And that way when somebody okay, so I used a little bit of washi tape on the back, and that way it cannot crush down as long as that padding stays, which I think it will. Put it in a poly mailer since it's nice and lightweight, definitely under 16 ounces. Give it away, it's so lightweight. 2.4, we round up to 3, and this is headed to Antonia in New York. I lived on Long Island. Oh yeah, it is close to upstate, at least in the the bigger part of the state. I lived on Long Island for the first 18 years of my life, went to college, and then my husband and I worked in Erie, in Rochester actually, Fairport? I think it was Fairport, New York, which is really close to Rochester and it's upstate next to Erie. And we worked there for a little bit, the first retirement community we worked at. Then they transferred us. We kept applying for transfers and told the company we were good to transfer as long as they wanted us to, which was good. They used us in different communities as they did. And so this is headed to Antonia in upstate New York. She paid $12 for the glasses and $4.99 for shipping. Let's update this. First class, my cost is $2.84. So I made a few dollars with that purchase, couple dollars. But again, sometimes I'm over, sometimes I'm under. Pays for packaging and print and print. Don't want to put on a crooked label. Thanks, Antonia. So fun. Ship next item. People are buying stuff left and right. This next item is going to need a little bit more protection, so let's do it next. It is an antique brass. The next item is an antique brass, and I had to say that twice because the first time I said brash, purse, and it's really quite cute, so I'm going to get it. The next item is something one of my subscribers sent me, who was so sweet and sent me way too much jewelry, and it sold pretty close to immediately, which was a nice surprise. And she told me what to price things for and like printed out all of these stats and told me measurements. She like did my job for me basically. I just get to ship the item, which is so nice. This is headed to Rose in California. My middle name is Rose, Mellissa Rose. And if you didn't know, I was allowed to change my name legally from the spelling of Melissa with one L, the normal spelling, to Melissa with two L's legally when I was 11. And I'm so glad my parents let me, my mom let me, especially my mom, that they trusted me enough to know what I wanted at the age of 11. I have always loved Melissa with two L's, so I've never regretted it. This little thing, Bear was quite taken with it if you hadn't seen that unboxing, but it's a little mesh purse, and it had one little issue, and again, she like took photographs and things. I took my own, but that was so sweet of her to do. And it expands. I have no idea what somebody would put in this. I don't even think it'd fit a lipstick. What do you put in this little thing? Coins, maybe? I don't know. A really, really tiny lipstick. It's so cute though. So it sold for $19.99 and $4.50 shipping. Put in a lot of padding. Maybe too much padding. Just put a little ribbon around this just so it stays. I lost my scissors. I need to wear them as a necklace or something. Okay. We'll ribbon the tissue paper. She gets double ribbon. Piece of washi might not have held this foam. I really wanted it well packaged. Okay, there we go. I was on the back of the tissue paper. We have to re-roll that. Okay, there we are. I'm going to use a little bit of elastic. I feel like that'll hold it really well. Oh, I have to remember to light the edges before I put it close to the paper. There we are. What shall we put? Let's do, I'm trying to think what I haven't used yet. Let's do another heart. And just for fun, let's use one of these tiny little clothespins. Is that what that's called? I think that's what that's called. And we'll clothespin the business card to the front. There we are. And we will put it in plastic, and then we will put it in a poly mailer. And again, I'm going to leave some air in there so it doesn't get smushed. Let's give it away. 3.6, such tiny little packages. 4 ounces since we round up. An update. Did I say what she paid? She paid $4.50 for shipping, and my cost is $3.09. Purchase and print. Easy peasy. When my husband and I first had the thought of really moving down to Florida, we had always wanted to move down to Florida, print and print. And we thought, we're gonna rent for 6 months, see how we do, make sure I have all my doctors in place, and then purchase. So that's what we did. We rented on Anna Maria for 6 months, which is such a lovely place. The beaches are free. There's no built-up condos. It's a 7-mile island off of Bradenton and Cortez area, just about an hour south of Tampa, if you know where that is on the Gulf Shore. Thank you, Rose. And so we rented on Anna Maria. Just to make sure our packages don't go sliding as I do this. I think I'm going to take a quick break and eat something, but I'll finish telling you the story really quickly. And so we rented on Anna Maria, and while we did that, we decided to rent our house, and we found a lovely couple who wanted to stay in our area and see if they wanted to buy a house, and they wound up building a nice house, and they are still in contact with us. And so her name was Rose, and I felt that connection almost immediately, as I've always loved the name Rose. I was named after my Aunt Rose. My first name, my mom thought I was going to be a boy until the day she gave birth. So she had Michael picked out, as it was 1980, and Michael and Melissa were quite popular. And so when I was born, she had to pick a name. I don't know how long I went without a name, but one of the nurses was named Melissa. And my mom loved it, and I also love it. I've never not loved my name. I have such, I think, a fun story with how I'm spelling it and how it's now legally spelled, that I'm really enjoying it. So that's the story. Okay, food. We're gonna get food. We are back. Did I hit record? I did. We are back, and now I have a bun. Hi. I am back from lunch. My mom called. She just had her birthday, and it's officially 59, so she called to thank me for her gift, which was a few months of the Sicily Paris subscription bag. I think it's $10, and you get smaller size, like a deluxe sample or sample size of 5 to 6 of the Sicily products, and the products retail for like $200 to $400. So that's what I got her. So this baby wrap is the Moby Petunia Pickle Bottom Baby Wrap in black and white. It feels new, it feels really good, but again, advertised as used. It sold for $19.99 on eBay and has $7.99, and it's headed to Josette in, I googled M-O, Missouri. So when I was folding this, I want to keep in mind that it's going to fit in a flat rate mailer. So you want to fold so it fits. I think it will. Let's put, because we haven't used it yet, some yellow raffia. This is the Jilson Roberts raffia, and it's 8,000 yards. 1,000, just in case you couldn't hear me say that. And I've seen these as low as $19 on Amazon Prime. That's what the yellow one was. They go up, they go down, but if you keep an eye on those things, I have seen them fairly cheap. So 1,000 yards for $19 is pretty good in my book. Let's check on what they are right now though. Tilson, Roberts, Raffia. They have a small size and then they have 1,000 yard size. So they have, I don't know, maybe 10 colors. The black is 30, the gold is out, the green is out, the pale green is 35, the hot pink is 39, the straw color is 32, the baby blue is out, the pale pink, pastel pink is 39, the red is 33, thought one of these would be in the 20s, the silver is 45. Why is silver so much? Turquoise is 30. The white is 33 and the yellow is 37. I'm like pretty sure I got that for $19. Let's check my order. Okay, I purchased the yellow on July 26th. I have to go to order detail. That's how you do this, me. Paid $19.19 and that's on Prime, so they do go up and down a little bit. This is gorgeous. So sunny. Let's give her a sheet mask, shall we? I'm sure I got this in some kind of subscription box. I'm gonna assume the wrap is for her. And let's cut on an angle. I don't know that she'll have time for a sheet mask, but she certainly deserves it, don't we all? And you are enough business card. There we are. And again, it has to fit in this. If it didn't fit, let's say it's a giant thing that weighed 1 pound and it was headed out to her in Kansas City, it'd be almost $8 to ship. So I do want to fit it in, I'm sure it's more than a pound. I do want to fit it in that bag. Yeah, it's 2 pounds and round up to 2. So if I didn't have this flat rate, it'd be $9.41. So this bag does save me a lot of money. Did I put that in a plastic bag? Oh, I did. Easy peasy. Now we are going to carrier packaging, and the 4th one down is the padded flat rate. Purchase and print. Still so sunny here. Beautiful weather. Perfect weather. If we could have this 90% of the year, I am in. And print and print. And like a slightly cooler day, like 70, I don't know, like once every week. But past that, humidity, heat, I don't work outside, obviously. Yeah, I'm there. Thank you so much, Josette. Here. I don't want to make anybody nervous that things are gonna slide off. The next item is a men's Tommy Hilfiger top. I purchased this for my husband from the bins, I'm pretty sure, and he didn't want it. He didn't like it. We're both really picky when it comes to what we wear, as past really him playing retirement communities and a few restaurants where he wears like a short sleeve collared shirt. Some of them he's outside, so he's completely fine wearing a short sleeve shirt. Doesn't have to be fancy. Yeah, we're in really soft, like baggy clothing. Here it is. It was cotton. It was extra, extra large. I liked it. He said it had too crisp of a feeling for him, which I totally get. This is you need to steam this shirt unless you really like wrinkles. I would say iron, but I don't own an iron. Okay. There we are, all nice and neat. Let's get a piece of tissue. I'm so in love with this tissue paper. I could not be any happier. Okay, so Douglas. Do I have a D? I think I do. I have a B and I have a D. I guess this could even be a P. Either way, but I'm using it. I'm totally using it. Oh, yeah. Can we tell which is it? Oh, yeah, this one's the P. He's getting customized ribbon. Maybe he'll care. Oh, it's like perfect enough. Oh, perfect. I'm not sure where I was putting that. Okay, so what would he like? Maybe just a thank you card. I think that's very matchy and fun. Very sophisticated. Plus it matches my business card. One of my doctors had asked to see my business card because I told him, you know, a little bit about what I do and trying to be kind and give it to people. And like, we leave these different places, and I've handed these out to the homeless, these ones that just say you are enough. So he wanted to see it and I showed it to him. I see him all the time. So, I mean, you know, whatever. And he's like, oh, I'm really shocked it's gold instead of blue. And I was like, oh, yeah, that might be true. I might have to switch that at some point. That way even the back is neat. Okay. Shiny. And I think that Douglas is going to get the pizza print. He is in Indiana. And he paid $13 for the shirt. I'm sure I had it listed for more and I sent him an offer. And $4.99 for shipping. So let's give it away as it needs to be less than a pound. It is. 11.1, so we round up to 12. Update. And $3.96 is my cost. Purchase and print label. We're winding down on eBay. This might be the last thing that I pulled. So I think we're going to go over to PayPal and start those. Print and print. Let's see with eBay what else we have. Want to make sure we get everybody done that I need to get done today. I have a 2-day handling time, so the people that just purchased and paid for things. Oh, we have one more item. You know, I can take another day. Thank you so much, Douglas. This next item. I am so glad she messaged me. This is going to Jen in Minnesota. Jen has followed me for ages. And when I say that, I started a blog in 2011 and she has been with me since then. She actually sent me a care package in 2014, her and her boys, which was so nice. And I'll put that picture on the screen as I knew I had it on my blog. And it was fun to read a little bit about what I was thinking those days because I forget very easily. Just my memory is, but I'm thankful for what memories I do have. And she messaged me saying that, you know, just a reminder. I didn't even know she was still following me. It's really humbling to know people are invested. And I don't take that lightly. So thank you so much, Jen. Before I cry. So she purchased shoes. and I took them out of the packaging that I stored them in so that you could see how I wrap these exact shoes, because these are a little bit of a nicer shoe. I think they retail for, I don't know, I'm gonna guess like $150, $200. They're camper. Let's just look up camper wedges. Let's do that. That'll be fun, says the girl who likes to store and organize buttons. Let's see. Nordstrom. Let's go to the camper website so we can find a similar pair quickly. Oh, here's a similar pair. $170. Wow. Theirs don't have suede, so I don't even know if they'd be more, but yeah, all their shoes are like in the $150, $195, $170, $195. Wow, these are pricey shoes. So I sent her an offer for $17. She accepted, and she paid $11.20 for shipping. So I'm going to talk to you about how I'm going to ship these and what options I have. But shoes need to be shipped like this, I would say, in a box. I could probably get away with like a mailer if I put a lot of bubble wrap, but I want to take good care of these shoes since they're in such nice shape, and you know, just because of who I am. So the first thing we're going to get is some kind of padding. I'm going to use eBay tissue paper because I have a ton of it, and I'm not going to use it for wrapping at this time. Ball these up and flatten them, and I'm just going to put it in like you put your toes. I'm going to put the flat side toward the bottom since there's suede. Just do one of those. Go. I'm going to build a little bit of an ankle. And pop that in there. Okay, now that I have them wrapped like that, I'm going to put them in plastic and put wrapping, just some, again, eBay tissue, just to protect them in the plastic bag. Put a little washi, hold that in place. And slide them in plastic. I think we're going to use a bigger plastic bag. Okay. Before I go crazy wrapping these, I really want to make sure they can fit in the box I'm thinking about. So I'm going to go get some box options because with everything else going on, tissue paper and all this stuff here, I didn't think to get boxes. So I'm going to go get some box options and then we'll talk price. Okay, we're back with some box options. And I think it's kind of in between two boxes. The first one is the mailing box, it says, and it's the shoebox size. So it says shoebox on it in small print, and then mailing box in large print. And I got out of breath going to get boxes. So if we do this, let's give this away. So this would be calculated. So I have to put in exact specifications here. Come on, we got it. So this is going to be between 1 and 2 pounds, so I round up to 2. So if I put it in this, it is $9.41. Now knowing it's 2 pounds, if I can fit it in the regional rate A box, regional rate box A. Somebody said their post office doesn't keep regional in. We're still using them if your post office doesn't have them. And I asked my post office, they don't have them either. They said some other post offices in the areas might though. Since I had stopped in there for my P.O. box, I checked. And I think this is a really good option if they fit. So, let's go to carrier packaging. Regional A, This would be $9.70. Interesting. Interesting. So let's go back and put 3 pounds. So let's pretend these were heavier and needed to go with a 3-pound rate. The shoebox would be $11.45, and the regional A would be $9.70. So it'd be much cheaper to go regional A. So I'm going to go back to the 2-pound rate, and we are going to use these shoebox as our ultimate winner. Saved 29 cents by using this box. It was a free box. Tape it up. Okay, that one piece will hold it for now. And now that I know what the box looks like, I'm realizing I could package these in separate bags and slide them in so they don't have to be like this. I really thought the regional would be cheaper. Regional would probably be cheaper if she's a little further from me. She's kind of midway from me. So yeah, two things is the way to go here for this box. Easy peasy. And do I have a J? Don't think I do. So let's go with, so many ribbons still. Let's go with a really bright blue ribbon since this is bigger. This is more of a larger packing ribbon. It looks even satin, but it's not. Cut that not diagonal. Don't cut the air. There we are. Puff up those bows. Those little loops need puffed up. There we go. Okay. I think I want to gift her something a little bigger than what we have, as I've known her for so long. So I grabbed some planner stickers I found at the Dollar Tree for Patreon boxes, and I'm going to include one as she has been so supportive of me for so many years and has sent me care packages, so I can do a little bit. So these are some fun. Look at these, almost 300 for $1. Dollar Tree, I am on your side. Okay, let's put those in a little bag just in case. And a card. Now let's see what kind of padding these need. I don't know if these need much padding at all. Just a little thin sheet of foam will keep those in place. That's what I'm trying to do when I pad these boxes and package them. Just keep them in place. That way they're not shifting around. You put a small thing, a breakable thing in a big box, you really need to add some padding. put a few pieces across and then one perpendicular straight across. Let's give it away. 1 pound, 15.4 ounces, and I needed to stay under 2, so I just made it. So we are going to update and purchase and print. Let's organize my ribbon while this works on that. My mom filmed 3 videos today. She said she changed her shirt. This is a trick everybody uses. I don't think I've ever filmed more than 1 in a day, but people do. Print and print. She's healing really well. She had a cold before she went for her teeth implants. I don't want to get graphic. She had teeth implants. She's doing really well. Her sore throat went away. Thank you, Jennifer. Hair falling out here. My hair's a little too short for this eye of a button. Okay. Now let's move over to PayPal. With PayPal, I can't use my Dymo 450 for 450 Turbo, but same thing, 450. I have to use my regular printer. So if you have a regular printer, you're good to go on every platform. But if you want to use a thermal printer, and what that means is it burns into a paper label, there's no ink, there's no toner. If you want something that you don't have to put a lot of ink or toner into, a thermal printer is so nice. The labels are maybe $3 or $4 a roll for 150 labels when you buy them in bulk. Even if you don't, they might be $6 or $7 a roll. And it's a really good option. The printer, you know, is let's say even you could find one for $50. That's what I found mine for in the past on Amazon, but they've been up to $70. But again, you could go used and purchase one easily for $50. I have no doubt of that. I've checked so many times. It's a really good option if you don't mind setting aside that $50, but I understand not everybody can. I know people that sell and go to the library to print labels. Oh my goodness, that's amazing. I know people that have stored items in zipper bags and then large trash cans, like clean trash cans, and even put them outside, and as long as they're in the zipper mailer, the zipper bag, you're okay. I know people that do so much and are successful and are still behind the scenes working so hard. I appreciate that. Okay, enough talk, more printing. Let's turn on my very noisy printer. So for my regular printer, I use these half sheet labels. So what they are is they're 2 on a page. I find them on Amazon. You can find them on eBay if you prefer that. And I load them in, and it prints the 4 inches by 6 inches on this. So if you are printing on paper and taping and you'd rather have a sticker option, I think you get 300 for $10. It's a really good option if you want to try to upgrade your shipping. So you're, you know, taping on things is great if you're going to do it and you get free tape. I don't get free tape. I could, I'm sure, if I went to the post office and asked enough or called the right number, but I don't. So moving on, no free tape for me. I like this option. When you're taping on, it takes a lot of time to tape. So this is a really easy just peel and stick option. So I'm gonna load my printer. The next item to sell, and this sold from a YouTube video, somebody contacted me. They didn't mind that the zipper pull was missing. My keychain option will work for them. So it is a Mark by Mark Jacobs wallet. Let's see. It's gotta be this one. This sold for $14. Again, if I had to list it on eBay and take photos, she didn't want photos, she didn't want measurements, she was good to go with just me saying it was in good condition. So I appreciate that so much, that I can just sell things from YouTube and not have to list them, measure them, photograph them. So nice. Saves me a lot of energy, not even time, I have time. We're gonna use yellow raffia. It might be my favorite combination. So cheery. scissors. Throw out this little piece here. And I click into when she paid, and there is a print shipping label under print. Nope, that's not it. We're not printing the actual thing. We need a label. So when I click into her payment, Linda paid $14 for this wallet, and I hit print shipping label. And PayPal brings up the page. This has my home address. Why does this have my home address? Back on board, we're good. I want to make sure I can fit a label on it, so I can't roll it too tightly. That should be good to go. Give it away. I already turned that on. 7 ounces exactly, so I don't have to round up. First class mail, package, 7 ounces. Calculate shipping cost. My cost is, PayPal takes a little bit longer, $3.28. Confirm and pay. And their screen looks a little bit different. Print. But this is a good option if somebody contacts you and you haven't listed it on eBay. Once it's listed on eBay, eBay really doesn't want you selling it off of eBay. But beforehand, you're good to go. And send out invoices this way. That's really nice. It's a nice option to have. So here we are. It printed perfectly. And peel it off. Try not to stick it to itself when I peel it off. Oh, she's in Pittsburgh. Oh, I've traveled to Pittsburgh so many times, too many times to count, as we lived maybe an hour, hour and a half from there, but we worked, should I say exactly where we worked? Maybe in Washington, Pennsylvania, which is really close to Pittsburgh, and what's the second one? Vanadium, Pennsylvania. Bridgeville, Pennsylvania is the second one, which was also close to Pittsburgh. Been to Pittsburgh so many times. So thank you, Linda. Pile. So the next person who paid through PayPal, let's get to that. This person paid through PayPal. And when I send the invoice, I always put what they're buying because I can't keep track. I have a list. Oh, and I have to send something. Oh, I've got so many packages. I don't know that I'll get to them all today. But she purchased a green brooch. So the next item to sell through the YouTube, oh my goodness, this is stunning, video was this brooch. It wasn't like real stones, but this person has a wedding band and a wedding ring in emeralds and diamonds, and she thought this would go. Oh my gosh, how gorgeous is this, right? Look at that sparkle. And let's put this in foam first. Just a little piece, I think we'll do it. Save that piece. And I'm going to use the bag that was sent to us with this jewelry. Tiny little bag. And now let's wrap it in some tissue. Probably could have cut that a little better. Now this is a tiny package, so let's use the velvet. I'm always like a little stingy with the velvet ribbon. It might be my favorite ribbon. I'm so shaky. Okay. We are going to have to washi tape this velvet down. Sounds like a fun song. I would listen to that song. Washi tape this velvet down. Okay, I had a doctor's office call, so while on the phone, I made a hair tie. melts that down a little bit. And we'll put that on the business card. This is such a small package, so a little small thank you. Here we are. You probably can't even see that. I'm gonna go ahead and print the shipping label. We're going to put this in a really pale succulent print. It's so pale though, you almost can't see it. Wish it was a little brighter. The package has to be at least a 1/4 inch thick, which this absolutely is, but if you're sending something flatter, you're gonna wanna put like a balled up anything, piece of tissue paper or plastic bag or anything in there. This is 1.3 ounces, so 2 ounces, first class mail. 2 ounces. And first class mail to me, from me to Minnesota. So first class mail from me to Minnesota is $2.96. Confirm and pay. I have 3 emails left to follow up with today, and then I think we're good to go. And print and print. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you so much. I had to redo that. I stuck it to, it doesn't matter. I stuck it to another sheet of paper. So let's feed these back through the printer so we're not wasting the other side. That's the nice thing. Once you print on this side, you can also print on this side. Then if you had to use for really shiny paper, you could recycle that to something else. Actually, if you just wanted to print even, I mean, not even print, but just cut this and write thank you, that would be nice too. Okay, we are back to eBay. The first top is this amazing rainbow print top. Slinky brand. Loved this. This is one of those pieces that just makes my heart happy. Do things make your heart happy? Cherries make my heart happy. We are out of cherry season. Store has just a little bit of cherries and they're a ridiculous price. They're like $50 a pound. I don't know, I think they're like $7.99 a pound. So no cherries, but I will try to replace that with maybe cantaloupe and look forward to next cherry season. So we're gonna put this in a plastic bag. Oh, we have one more. Oh, I'm gonna make that my last one then. Okay. This is headed to Christy. Christy, where do you live? Tell me all your secrets. In Texas. And she paid $7. I had it for $9.99. Sometimes, honestly, I just buy pieces from the bins that look really nice and I know might make somebody happy, and I list them for about the $10 price point. And maybe they know me from YouTube and maybe not. Maybe they'll just get a surprise of the fun tissue paper and wrappings. But I sent an offer to her for $7 and she accepted. She paid $5 for shipping. Still a fun paper. Some yellow raffia. Everybody's getting yellow raffia as my heart is feeling very sunshiny today. I'm out of bed. I am breathing. I'm breathing without any kind of sore throat. My mom just had a sore throat while she went through her dental surgery, and poor little thing. Oh, Christy, I should have checked if we had cake. Okay. Julie? Nope, we're good. Hey, scissors. Let's do stickers for Christy. I have these, they're really kind of like autumn-esque. Who makes these? Pip sticks. One of my subscribers sent them to me. They're kind of in like oranges and yellows. Makes it very fun. Business card. And let's see what mailer's on top. Pizza mailer. give it away. 11.6 ounces, so we round up. We round up to 12. Update. $3.96. And purchase and print label. Open. Print. And change the label. Okay, back to the demo. Had to change the printer and print again. Print and print. My husband's still not home, so we're gonna keep going. Thank you, Christy. Next item. So after this, we'll have one more. Then I promise we're done. This is the last eBay item. Oh, that's fantastic. This is a Gap woman's shirt. It's very lightweight, bin find, size large. Do I normally say what size things are? I can't remember. Heidi in Kentucky paid $6. Again, I'm sure I had this at the $10 price point, and because I wanted to show more items being shipped, I sent out an offer and Christy accepted. No, not Christy, Heidi. Heidi accepted. Fold it in. That's not very nice. How did I lose that? We are rewrapping this. Somehow things got a little crooked. I don't know how. I used to have folding boards in my laundry room, and I thought maybe the people moving into our house would appreciate them, and I left them. We had a full laundry room with like a big table to fold, and so I purchased folding boards. I don't know that I purchased them again, but they were nice to have there. I was selling a lot more clothing though. So there we are. And a plastic bag. Kentucky. My husband and I went to Kentucky. We sold a motor home to Kentucky. We drove it from Pennsylvania. My husband and I thought we were motor home people. Purchased one used, really good deal, and then resold it. We didn't lose money necessarily. We actually made some, but then on the way to Kentucky in Ohio, we were driving through, the RV broke down and needed a new transmission. So we paid for a new transmission. Obviously it wasn't the buyer's fault, so we just, you know, whatever, chalked it up to learning and never buy an RV again. And we had the best day in Ohio. It was so fun because it was so unexpected, and we thought we were going to sleep in the RV if we slept at all, but we thought maybe we could make it one trip, and we probably could have, but just, it was such a fun memory. Totally worth it. I mean, maybe not worth it, but still fun. Okay, Heidi, do I have an H? I have an H. Heidi is getting the H ribbon. It's limited edition because there's only enough for one perfect package. I wrap it on itself. What's happening? Shut my roll printer off because it gets very noisy and it cleans itself. So you're ruining the shipping video, printer. Doing a good job, but just be quiet. Right? Right. Can't have you carrying around. Okay, we are making a hair tie for Heidi. Being very safe. There we go, nice and melted. What shall we give Heidi? I gonna go with this polka dot. It's like a, what color would we call that? It's like a really light robin's egg blue. Or maybe a mid-range robin's egg blue. But there's polka dots in some of the pineapples, and that is a fun choice. Here we are, and my favorite package of the day. So fun. Let's put it in a succulent mailer, as it is lightweight, and she paid $4.99 for shipping. I'm gonna guess this is 8 ounces. Let's see how well we do. My husband is home. 5.4. I was way off. 6 ounces rounded up. And $3.28 is my cost. Print and print. Thank you so much, Heidi. Did you notice anything missing? My husband came back and took the packages and are going to drop them off at the local gas station, which has a USPS, the post office, right inside. And they are thrilled to take packages, as they get 25 cents per package. And I don't know how many packages I had, you saw how many, but they're gonna get a couple dollars, and they're so nice. So the last thing we're going to mail today, there's another reseller who YouTubes, there's a lot of us. Her name is Vandy's Closet. So I'm gonna link that below. I know reselling is a little bit cliquish. I know that there's just people you're going to understand and be attracted to, not even attracted in, you know, like a visual sense or a physical sense, but just connect with a little bit more, like the bin pickers. They homeschool, I was homeschooled. We've just messaged back and forth. Ann Eckhart, I'm sure we're all in love with Ann and Papa and Charlie. And of course she lost Lucy recently. She shares a lot about her life, so I feel like I know her. And I feel like Vandy's Closet isn't getting as much love as she should. So I wanted to do a little bit about that, and what I could do, of course, is just mention her and link her below. Her editing is really good. She does hauls. She just purchased 191 pounds from the bins to sell on Poshmark. She sells on Poshmark. She does thread up unboxings. She tells what exactly sold. And I think that's the more important thing if you're a reseller. Seeing hauls is always fun. Seeing unboxings, I watch a lot of subscription unboxings, even though I only get one. and I ordered my mom. No, I get 2. I get a Allure Beauty. Used to get FabFitFun, canceled that one, and now I get confetti. I forget what it's called. I'll put it on the screen if I remember to do that. But I think what sold is an interesting thing to watch, and she's been doing it for ages. She's got so many videos. Her wallpaper is gorgeous. She's got like all of this floral green, just her background is beautiful. She set it up that way, and she sells full time. I think seeing what sold is really good for resellers, because I can show you everything I got at the bins or everything I got at a thrift shop, but if it's not selling, do you really want to know that? Unless you're shopping with me. I have a little bit of a unique subscriber base in that I know a lot of you. I mean, I feel like I know a lot of you. You comment. We have a good relationship, I'd say. And you might, you know, comment on a video that you want to buy something or message me. So I buy for a different reason than just eBay, but she sells on Posh full time, which I think is really interesting. and her videos are really well done, and I'm not sure why she doesn't have more subscribers. But what did I wanted to do for her? I wanted to send her these hangers, even 2 hangers. I know it sounds silly. She posts on Instagram, and I saw she didn't have these. These make a big difference when you're reselling, because if you sell on just like put something on a hanger, sometimes the shoulders aren't represented, especially if something's a bigger shirt, like my husband's shirts, they would never show. So these are adjustable hangers, and what happens is it's so easy. You just pull them out and they extend, and they just show off the shoulder better, so the whole shirt hangs just, you know, boxier and better. So I thought by doing this isn't the important part. I could have sent these from Amazon. I think they're 5 for $10. And I love them. They're on Prime. Highly recommend them. I thought at least I could give her a shout out and remind myself to do a shout out for her. So her name's also Mellissa. And I know any supplies I use on these are going to be reused, so I'm not going to be stingy with my wrapping. Do that once, and then we'll go around again. Now these won't go out until tomorrow, but I'm sure she doesn't mind. I don't think these are going to fit in a regional box, but they might even go first class. We're going to see. I'm going to throw some other things in there. But basically, let's say you have something to send to a family member at Christmas. You can't print through eBay, of course. They didn't buy it through eBay. You can't print through PayPal. You used to be able to. I don't think the link works anymore, the ship now button from PayPal. Let's see if that's still working. I used to use paypal.com/ship now. See if that still works. It does still work. Interesting. Okay, so I could do that, but I always go through Pirate Ship. Their rates, I think, are just as cheap, if not cheaper, than a lot of other sites. And I enjoy Pirate Ship. Once you have an address, you just have to type the person's first name, and then it fills out everything for you. And my credit card is on file. Anything you can save me a step or two, I'm there. So I have to go on Instagram. She sent me her address. I did screenshot it, but I know it's also on Instagram, so I'll just go there. I only have, I think, 12 photos. I have 7 photos on my phone. I upload or delete my photos very quickly. I had to send the thank you card to somebody. So I take pictures of things. Oh, I did screenshot it. Okay, I did screenshot it. I take pictures of things that I need to send thank you cards to and actually do. It's more of a to-do list than actual photos. Okay. She is also named Mellissa, and she said when she was younger, she wanted Melissa with a Y instead of an I. Clearly, we all wanted to change our names, or just the spelling. I think these are gonna fit in this. Oh, they're not gonna. I don't think they're gonna fit in this. It's a good try, B. So I'm going to put together a little bit of a care package here, just with some tissue paper, and I'll be back. Okay, so this won't fit in a regional A box. I checked. So what I'm gonna do is put it in a poly mailer, but I want to weigh this and see my options first, because she does live across the country. So we're between 1 and 2 pounds, so I round up to 2. Let's see, 2 pounds. I guess it's like $9. $10.86. Let's go to PayPal and take the time to do the ship now and just see what it would be. Just because honestly I'm curious. PayPal.com, what did I say? /ship now. Haven't used this. Actually, I haven't used it down in Pennsylvania, in Florida. I used it in Pennsylvania. Okay, I don't know if this has a glitch. It's not, there's literally nothing happening. I filled out every single line, and it's on the screen. So I don't know that this works anymore. Does anybody else have any comments and tried to do this? I can't get to the page behind it, and like the pop-up stuck in front of the entire page because the pop-up is blocking the main page. Okay, we're just gonna go through Pirate Chip and print some labels to that. This is what this looks like. The end of the day supplies here. I didn't have another awful floral bag. So I did check PayPal Ship Now. I can't figure out how to put in the address. Like a big pop-up comes in to put in the address, easy peasy. It's not letting me pass the pop-up. The pop-up, there's no option to get it to go away. It does look like it works, and then the pop-up gets stuck. I don't know if that's just my computer. I've tried it a few times. Somebody might have to let me know if PayPal Ship Now is still working, but Pirate Chip works great. So I'm gonna go ahead and buy the label on Pirate Chip. Again, this is a great way to send friends and family things that aren't paying, and print, and download, and okay, and print, and print. Change the printer. Thank you so much, Melissa. I am so glad you reached out to me. Oh, I have to turn my printer back on. Remember when I shut off the printer? So it did print just to a nice normal label. Melissa, I hope you hit the 1,000 mark soon and you get monetized and all of your hard work will pay off. Thank you for watching and liking, commenting, subscribing, all the things, but mostly just for being you. Okay, that was cheesy, but seriously, bye.
We hope your day is blooming with joy.